Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I have a Valentine's Day video for you. I hope you enjoy it. But first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda, and if you're returning, we really love you. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number one. So for this DIY, I took 4 of the wood planks from Dollar Tree, the hanging sign ones, and I put them together, and I'm going to attach them by taking my giant craft sticks from Walmart, and I'm using wood glue and hot glue to attach them on the back side. Now, as you can see, I've got them alternating because they're not long enough to fit all the way across each one of the seams there. So I have them kind of alternating so that way each seam is being covered. Once it was done, I went through with my spackling here and I'm filling in the holes. And I didn't fill in 2 of the holes because I thought I could use them for hanging. But then after I did all this, I realized that I needed to add some more craft sticks to the top because I didn't have it close enough to the top, and I covered the holes. So anyways, it's all good. Once that was all done, I took my Waverly Antique Wax and I'm just going to brush it on and then wipe it off with a paper towel. And I'm going to do this to the whole sign, front and back. And you can see I was struggling a little bit there. But once I have it all completely done, I took this 3-ring heart ring set that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm taking some lace. This lace I got a few years ago from Hobby Lobby. It's beautiful lace. And I'm just going to use this as a hanger. So I'm gonna glue it to the back over the top of my sign. Sorry guys, I just took my allergy medicine. It hasn't kicked in yet. And then once I'm done, I had to straighten out my hearts. And then when I got them into the places that I wanted, I'm just taking a little bit of hot glue and gluing the lace around the wired heart part there just to help keep them in place. Now, I did try to tack the bottom of the hearts down with some hot glue, but we all know hot glue and metal really don't like each other too well, and it just kept popping up. So I figured this would be a better way to hold it in place. Then I took some more lace and I went around the heart in the middle. You'll see it here in a moment, but I'm hot gluing it in the back. And then I decided to take these solo wood flowers. I've had these forever, and I love how this came out. But I just took a whole bunch of the different colors that I have and I just started gluing them right along the middle of my heart. Now you might say, well, then why'd you put the lace? Because you can't really see it. Yeah, but you can see it. um, Not fully, but I loved how this looked, and I've been needing to use up these flowers, so I figured why not do it. So, anyways, I'm just gonna hot glue them all in place, and I once I got them done. Now, some of these flowers already came that color, and you can if you order from Solo Wood Flowers, you can order some that you dye yourself with the colors that you want, or you can get some that are already dyed. So I took some more of that lace and I just made a regular bow, and then I dovetailed the ends. I guess I didn't do that yet, but I'm just gonna hot glue that at the top of my heart, and then I'm gonna dovetail the ends by folding them in half and cutting at an angle. And then I took some of these faux pearls. They come on a spool like ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I just cut them into single strips. One's a little longer than the other, and I'm just going to glue them right underneath the lace. And this is almost a shabby chic kind of vibe. And then I'm going to put another flower there. And then I just added a jute twine hanger in the back. Anyways, this is kind of a shabby chic kind of vibe. I was torn about going between shabby chic or just neutral. It ended up being more of a neutral, but a lot of these pieces I make, you could definitely easily add more lace to it and call it shabby chic, and it would be just fine. But there it is. You'll have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, I always like to take this moment to thank my subscribers because you guys are amazing and I appreciate you so much. If you're new here and you enjoyed today's video, I invite you to hit that red subscribe button, become part of our YouTube family, and then make sure you guys give me that thumbs up, comment, watch those ads, all that fun stuff. That really does help my channel. And then if you'd like to follow me on social media, you can find the links to those accounts in my description box as well. Sorry guys, man. Okay, DIY number 2. So for this DIY, I took these MDF letters. I got these from Walmart. I've had them in my stash for a while, and I painted them with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster. Once they're all dry, I took my antique wax and I brushed them. I painted them basically with the wax. Now you might be asking, well, why didn't you just do the wax? I tried doing the wax over the MDF, but you really couldn't see a difference. So that's why I decided to do this. But I really love the way this came out. It kind of gives it, when you do the wax over white like this, it does kind of give it more of a wood look finish, which I really, really like. So once I had all of them done, and you'll see here, I'm going to brush it all on, and then I'm just going to kind of wipe off the excess a little bit. And I love the look that I got from this. And oh yeah, I guess I had to show you. I made sure I got the edges as well. And then I just wiped off the extra there. After I had them all done, I took this as an 12 inch. I think it's 12-inch wood round or wood plank from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to do the same with the antique wax, brush it on, and then wipe off the excess with my paper towel. And I did this to all the sides as well as the end. And then I took my letters here and I took some more of those faux pearls from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to hot glue them all the way around my letters. And it did take a little while, but you know what? I was watching an old version of The Price is Right and just kind of enjoying my time. So, but this is, again, it's all preference to what you like. They looked great even without. Oh man, I'm sorry guys. I gotta take a drink of water. Let's see if that helps. But anyways, I just got I hot glued these all the way around, and I used my little detailed hot glue gun that Kathy Jo gave me. Thank you, Kathy Jo. And then I took these hearts on a stick from Dollar Tree. I painted the hearts with the plaster. And then before I did the dowels, I marked them. I marked 2 of them. I'm leaving one at I think they're 12 inches, 6 inches. I don't know what they are. Anyways, I cut 2 of them down. The 2 that I cut down are the same size. Then I took my antique wax and a baby wipe, and I am just going to go over the dowels. Just wipe it all on. That gives it a muted look there. Then I took a little brush here, and I'm just going to distress all around each one of those hearts, all 3 of them. And I'm just distressing around the edges. I'm going to distress some in the middle and on the sides. And yeah, and then after that, man, I apologize, guys. I don't know what's going on. I went ahead and marked the halfway point. Okay, so it is 18 inches because I marked 9, and then I marked what I'm counting there. I can't tell from here, but I made sure one was centered and then did the other 2 the same distance from the middle. And then I took them out to the garage and I drilled holes, and I'm adding some wood glue inside my holes. And then I'm just pushing my dowels into each hole. Now, if you don't have a drill, you could definitely just hot glue these on, and I would secure them with like tumbling tower blocks, put one in the front, one in the back. That would kind of help secure it as well. And then after I had that done, I took my letters, and I'm going to use my hot glue and my wood glue here. And I'm going to glue the letters in to the front of the wood piece there, just like you see me doing right here. And I decided to lay them all out to make sure I was putting them in a good spot so they are all even. And then I realized, oh my goodness, I put the the faux pearls on the wrong side of the V. So it's really backwards. And I know you probably can't tell or wouldn't really notice unless you looked at it, but the wider side is supposed to be on the other side. Oh well, so I took some more of these solo wood flowers. Now these are the kind, when I ordered them, I thought I ordered them in color, and they were raw, and they sent me the dye, and I've never dyed them, and they've been sitting in the bag, and I just thought, oh my goodness, this color turns out perfect with all this, because the plaster is not completely white. It's got a little more of a cream color to it, and I love the way this came out. And so I had some of these die cut hearts from Dollar Tree, so I decided to go ahead and hot glue them to the front of those hearts. And I went back and forth on adding some lace to the bottom of each heart, but it just isn't my style. And I know it would have been really shabby chic, but you know me, I'm more rustic. So I decided to make some finger bows, and I'm doing this really slow motion so you can see how I did it. If you need to reverse it and go watch it again. And then I just made 3 of them, and then I'm going to hot glue them to the bottom of each heart. And that's all I did to it. Oh, I love this one. I think this is my favorite out of all of them today. I just love the way this came out. And this could be, you can have this up year round. It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. It would be perfect in a bedroom or a bathroom. I love it. Okay, so it is a time for a celebration of your recreations. And Belinda made this cute little dog paw wreath. I love it. Thank you so much, Belinda. And then Lynette, look at her really pretty little winter designs that she created. I love them all. Thank you, ladies. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase for you, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. I also wanted to share, I got these in the mail, and I've been meaning to show them, but look at that beautiful card. This came from Yasmin, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for sending that to me. I just loved it. And then this also came from, I think it's Karen. And I love this one too. I really appreciate those ladies. If you want to send me any cards or anything, I do have my P.O. box in the description box below as well. Okay, so here is a DIY number 3. So I took this heart that I've had in my stash for a few years from Dollar Tree. I removed the love word, and I'm removing the paper. Once I got the top layer off, I spritzed it with water, and I gave it a good spritzing. You want it to be pretty wet so you could tell that the white stuff is wet. I let it wait for about 5 minutes, and then I took my paint scraper, and I'm just going to scrape off all that gooey mess. It was still a little sticky when I got done with it. You could spritz it again and wait a couple minutes and wipe it off, or do the same thing. But I figured it wasn't that bad, so I went ahead with my Goo Gone and spritzed it and then wiped it off. Then I'm taking one of these wall decals from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to trace it on the back. Now, the square is just a tad shy of the size of this heart, but that's okay. I wasn't worried about it. So I'm going to just cut out that heart, and I am going to put it on the front of my heart. But I'm not going to use the sticky part of it, so I'm removing the backing from it. I'm going to take my Fix-All glue from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take hot glue, and I'm going to put it along the back. But when you do that, be really careful, because the hot glue does make it hot on the front side. But you'll see here, I kind of dropped it, and had a little bit of a mess, but I was able to fix it. But you'll see here. Anyways, okay, so once I had it on there and got all that glue cleaned up, I decided to paint it. So I'm going to paint the whole thing with my plaster, and this is why it didn't matter if it didn't completely fit, because with that paint you can't even tell. Plus, I'm going to cover it anyway. So once it was all dry, I took my Waverly Antique Wax and a sponge brush here, and I'm just lightly going over the raised areas. Now, it does kind of When you do this, you do get it on some of the areas it's not raised, but that's okay because it's still, if you do it lightly, it looks really good. It just gives it that antiquish look. And I love this. So once I had the whole heart covered, I'm taking some rope from Dollar Tree. This is the thinner rope. And I'm just going to hot glue this all the way around my heart. And I won't show you the whole thing here. I'm just showing you a little bit. I'm just really making sure I press that rope down into that glue. And that way that kind of helps keep it from having a gap. And then I'm just going to trim off that extra piece of the rope there, removing all that glue that's stuck to my finger. And then after that, I was like, okay, what else do I want to do to this? And I was talking to Kathy Joe, and I had the beaded heart from Dollar Tree, and I was thinking of trying to put it on the front, but it just didn't look right because it wasn't the right size. And she goes, take a string of beads and wrap it around. And then I remembered I had these from Walmart that I got at Christmas time that were brown, and I put it up against it, and I loved it. So I tied the ends together. I cut it to the length that I needed. I tied the ends together. Big mistake. I should have probably just threaded them on some jute twine because that twine or whatever it is they use is very slick, and it doesn't hold a tie very well. And you'll see that here. So I'm just going around thinking, okay, this will be easy to glue on, because I was like, I don't want to have to glue a bead on, one bead at a time. And that's when Kathy Joe said, no, do it on a string. Yeah, well, can you see that the string broke there? So I should have just threaded through some twine. I didn't. I ended up going through, as you see right here, and hot gluing one on at a time. But I was still worried that it wasn't going to be a very good connection, because it, might wobble a little bit from the back. So I took some twine on the back, and I'm putting my hot glue along the back side of the beads, and I'm just using this twine to give it some extra security. And I did go around twice with that twine. And then I took the love word that was on the front originally, and I painted it with my plaster. I did have to do 2 coats on it. But when I put it up against my heart, I felt like it still was, it drowned it out. It was hard to read. So I took my antique wax, and I'm just going to do some distressing all around the edge of it. And I did it again, and it still was too white. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to paint over it. So I took my antique wax here, and I'm just going to cover the whole thing with my antique wax, and it looked a lot better. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this. I feel like there's too much brown. I should have maybe added a little color to it for my liking. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think. I took some more of those beads. I don't know why I used the beads, but I thought, I'll use these so that it stands up a little bit. It might be easier to read. But it is pretty high, kind of high. So I thought, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have just used some like glue dots or something. But anyways, it is what it is. So I'm just going to add some glue or hot glue to the beads there, and added it to the front. And then I took some more of these solo wood flowers, and I'm just going to put them along the bottom part of my love word in a circle. And I was still like, oh, it just needs something more. I should have added some colorful flowers instead of the cream color, just so that it kind of broke up some of that brown and cream. But for neutral, it's fine, I guess. I took some more of that lace, and I am making a bow with it, and then I'm just going to hot glue that bow to the very bottom. And again, if you want to make this really shabby chic, you could add more lace. I don't know. I guess I'm not that great at shabby chic, because when it comes to layering stuff, that's where I have the hard time. So I took some of that ribbon. It was too thick, too wide to go through the hole here. So I cut it in half, and then I strung it through the holes to make a hanger. And then I'm just going to tie it at the back. And that's all there was for that one. And I only had 3 projects for you guys today. I my time got away from me. I don't know. Everything was taking too long because I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. And so it always takes longer and I kind of ran out of time. So, but I have three. This is going to be the last Valentine's Day video that I have for this year. But I wanted to do something that was more neutral that you could do for all year long if you wanted. So here is the final reveal coming up. Thank you all so much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, make sure you give me that thumbs up and comment. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe before you go. And with all that being said, you guys, I will be back again on Sunday with the What Would You Make challenge. I can't wait. I love it. And with all that, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.